Since the seat of the Nigerian government was moved to Abuja, the Federal Capital Territory, from Lagos exactly 30 years ago this month, the territory, with a total area size of 2,884 square meters, has witnessed a population explosion, of which demographers have tagged monumental proportions. As at the same 1991, a year that Nigeria incidentally conducted a census exercise at which the population figure was put at just over 360,000, the Federal Capital Territory has today not less than an estimated 4.5 million residents, 3.4 million of whom are based in the area classified as metro. With an explosion in population comes the challenges of infrastructure and other necessities of life. Even as the FCT authorities continue to make efforts to provide the ancillary services to a bursting population size, it is confronted with a huge challenge of meeting up. In the results from a survey of household waste composition and quantities in Abuja, Nigeria, the University of Abuja found that of 74 households from different socio-economic strata whose waste was collected over a 7-day period generated 0.634 per kilogram per capita per day, a total average of 240 kilograms per metric tons per capita per day. Indeed, this volume of solid waste generated per day is huge, and disposal of same has posed its own challenges to the FCT authorities. Maybe in the districts that make up the city center, it has been sufficiently managed. But in the suburbs, it is a different story, as despite the efforts of the authorities, solid waste disposal and management in the other parts of the Abuja Municipal Area Council, of which Nyanya and Karu make up a sizable population hub, gives a cause for concern. Clearance from designated waste dumps is epileptic. In fact, the designated dump site for Nyanya is occasionally evacuated of the generated solid waste, but not promptly, as scavengers make the place home and the attendant pollution of the air is felt by residents of the neighborhood. The edge of the Abuja-Kefi Highway interchange around Nyanya, about a few hundred meters away, is where solid waste is dumped by residents, narrowing the two-lane road and its shoulder into a single lane.
Well, we are obliged to do this as an area council, but of course the cry of the people also added to it. And the Honorable Chairman, Honorable Abdullahi Candido, felt that he would need to do this in phases. So as you can see, we are starting with Nyanya, and then we hope to move gradually to all the places that have such large areas. So we hope to evacuate places. Okay. It's our duty as a local government, and we are on track.
Now let's talk about the inner areas of Nyanya and Karu access. We have looked at the area around Karu, the village itself, and the citizenry is of the opinion that the area council needs to be there as soon as possible.
Well, luckily for us, the issue of open defecation, the program of the President Buhari's declaration of the open defecation is also forcing the area council to also move down to the community. So we shall be there in no time.
The volume of solid waste that had clogged the drains right in some parts of Karu village, especially in front of the primary healthcare center, has been a source of concern even to those who frequent the health facility.
People come here with various different kinds of problem, and getting your solution from here before you go out again, something outside here hits you again. It's not something to write home about. So I think personally we all should try as much as possible to keep our environments clean. It starts from us. We should not always call the government. It starts from us. If we can keep our environment clean, I think the rest should be left to the government to do.
The implication, one, the mosquito is there, disturbing, biting, and secondly, it is good to keep the environment clean for safety of the children. Because when the environment is dirty, it will be harmful to the people who comes for the health center.
And 2 days after the assurances from Hannatu Ibrahim, The head of Environmental Department at the Abuja Municipal Area Council has promised the solid waste clogging the drains and gutters were cleared. The authorities may have done what can be termed a palliative, as the silt and solid waste are yet to be evacuated and may flow back into the drains and gutters if not properly removed. An appreciable effort, no doubt, but a lot more can and must be done. And as Gloria Musa says, residents have a huge role to play in keeping the environment clean.
We should be cleaning it maybe weekly or 3 times a month. Yes.
What are the we now?
Maybe, I don't know.
Is
Maybe
it us or the government?
it might be us or the government.
In the United Nations Development Programme UNDP Human Index Report for 2015, 130 million Nigerians are without access to improved sanitation, with 25% of Nigerians still engaged in open defecation with dire consequences. That report may be 6 years old, but the situation on Nigeria's health and sanitation status may not have improved much.